I wanted to take you on a quick tour of the garden. First, I wanted to show you the landscaping in my backyard, and then we'll go out to the garden. But last July, I had some landscapers come in and put some trees and all of that, but I filled it in and added some more plants. It's really starting to grow pretty well. So let's look at the landscaping, and then we'll go look at the garden. Look, I got some radishes. This is all of my landscaping. It's nicely growing in. The roses, that was all white about a month ago. But I still, as you can see, have some work to do. But those I have to move. Those are all my leaves for my composting. But, you know, it's starting to fill in pretty well. This is just a little thing I did with the coral. This is a coral bark Japanese that I put some stuff around it. That was my own little doing. And put some hostas out there. It saves money when you can do it yourself. You know, have a landscaper come in and do the bulk of it. You know, the heavy stuff. But, you know, if you can buy your own perennials and put them in, especially if they're on sale, go ahead and do it. This is what it looks like from there. And then we are still doing some work, but you know, it's coming together slowly but surely. And then this is what I've done. I want to put a couple more trees out there. This used to be all grass, okay? All grass. And this is where we are. If you remember when I planted stuff, here's what we've got going. This is my humongous red cabbage. Isn't it cute? It's got the little, look at that. Look at it, Neil. That is so cute. It's a little head of cabbage growing there. This is my cantaloupe growing up there with the petunias. And I just cannot believe how this all turned out. The raised beds. You know, it snowed that back in end of February after I had planted some stuff, and not all of it came up, so I kind of replanted some stuff. And you know, I'm getting some peas, but well, you know what? For my first year, it's not too bad. These beets are really ready to go. Really ready to go. I gotta pick them and eat them this weekend. My peas. I'm doing soybeans. It's a cute little soybean down here. Where is it? I looked at it. Oh, look at the cute little soybeans. The pickle bush cucumbers I planted just didn't take, but these are regular. Unfortunately, they're regular. I think these are bush regular, but they're not pickled. And I really like the pickled cucumbers, but oh well. They're growing. They're doing pretty well. Let's see what else we've got here. This isn't like, well, kind of small, but what I've been doing is I have been trying to keep this organic. I haven't used any, you know, bad pesticides. I will see cucumber beetles, quite a few of them, but you know what? They're not. I mean, these are really healthy leaves. I mean, I don't see anything on these leaves. I've been using Spinosad, S-P-I-N-O-S-A-D. Spinosad is it's a bacteria that when the worms and the beetles and all of that eat the leaves, it gets into the digestive tract and they die. BT, Bacillus thuringiensis or whatever, that's also another bacteria that you can use. Doesn't hurt humans. That's worked really well to keep the cabbage worms away from the broccoli. But the Spinosad seems to work a little bit better. So look at the little bee right there. Look at, zoom in. Where is he? There he is. So we've got some happy bees. I just planted a little bit more basil. The petunias are just going crazy. These are my watermelon plants. Hopefully I'll get some watermelons. I think I saw, you know, one or two on that one. I would like a couple. Yeah, there's one. There's one right there. Hopefully that one, if it will focus. Hopefully I'll get a watermelon out of that. One time back here, before all this was built, I planted 3 watermelon, well, maybe 4 watermelon plants, and they were the big Black Diamond watermelons, and I got 21 watermelons. But we had so much rain, I had 21 bowling balls in my backyard. They didn't ripen. So I was so embarrassed. I didn't have my mulching, my composting in place or anything. I was so embarrassed. I'd throw away like 5 in the trash can a week because I didn't want people to know that I had 21 bowling balls in my backyard. So we're trying the smaller variety this time. This is my humongous broccoli that's just barely now starting. If I zoom in, hopefully it's starting to flower out. Hopefully I'll get something here. Now, you know what, you see some little holes here and there. I'm not going to really worry about that. I put the spinosad on there. Again, that BT will help the cabbage worms. But, you know, a couple holes isn't going to hurt it. But, you know, you look underneath, there are none. There are no... Now, it's the heat of the day. Ooh, there's one. See him? Look at him, little stinker. But you know what? He's not going to live because he's going to take a bite of that leaf and get that spinosad bacteria in. What it does is it kind of busts their gut. It's kind of gross, but that's what it does. So there's some basil. Really, I don't eat basil. This is from the little seeds. Isn't that cute? Those little cute little basils we saw earlier. They're growing, and I don't really eat basil. It's just for the tomatoes. So I've got 6 tomato plants. They're doing pretty well. Another huge broccoli. I think in this area I probably had a lot more nitrogen when I put the composted chicken manure in there. That's the compost bin. That's compost tumbler. Just put some compost in there and tumble it away. And I don't know, it takes about a month. And you got some compost. I'm not going to add any more tea right now. And right here, this is the little evil cabbage moth. You've probably seen these fluttering all over. Yeah, it looks pretty, right? They're the ones that give you the green worms. So here I've got another. This is a really good radish right here. Look at this one. That's a good one. That's a nice size radish right there. A couple more. Good radishes, huh? It's cool when you do it yourself. And that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. There's another one under there. Coming along. Oh, look at that one. That's good. Look at that. Can you see it? Look at that one. Nice. These are cherry bell radishes. Okay, I gotta go eat these. Bye.